Mother to come forward. Thank you. Richard Emmons was 22 and raised in Woodstown area of New Jersey, but also lived in North Granby, Connecticut. He died on May 31st, 2011. From shrapnel wounds suffered when enemy forces attacked his unit with a rocket-propelled grenade in Logar province in Afghanistan. He was a signal support specialist with the 2nd Battalion, 30th Infantry Regiment, 4th Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division. I would like to just read a small quote that I found in the newspaper and thought it was appropriate to share with you today. From his aunt, Sandy. Each of us here today holds a piece of Richie's life in our hearts. We are the keepers and caretakers of his life, and our memories are the fuel that will keep his legacy burning bright. That was true at the time of his funeral, and that is true today. And I'd like all of you to remember those words as we present this flag and remember Specialist Emmons' service. This is for the family of Sergeant Major Philip Albert. Unfortunately, his family was not able to be with us today, but that doesn't mean that we don't want to honor his service today. I'd like to introduce Matthew and Christine Bell right here to my right, who were very instrumental in sponsoring this flag and bringing forward an opportunity for us to honor Sergeant Major Albert today. We will be presenting this flag to his family at another occasion when they're feeling better. I also wanted to tell you that all of these families are looking for ways to keep the memory of their loved one alive. Sergeant Major Albert was a 22-year veteran of the United States Army. He was a member of Special Forces and a sniper, and he had a very big impact on a lot of lives in that 22-year period. And I just want to share with you a comment from a website called the Fallen Heroes Memorial, where people are allowed to go and make comments to his family. The post is from Diane Gilliam of Sierra Vista, Arizona. I'm here every year on November 23rd, and every year it has been bittersweet. This is the day my life changed forever. Sergeant Major Albert gave his life for mine. A true hero. He didn't know me before we boarded that aircraft. We spoke but a few words to each other. One of my strongest memories was getting a glimpse of him on the phone with his family before we left the tarmac. He said, "I love you," to the person on the other end. It was sincere and hit me in a way I couldn't explain. When we took flight, he looked at me, sitting across the aircraft from me, and said, "It's going to get cold up there, so put on your gloves and hat." Although I didn't remember Sergeant Major Albert throwing himself onto me, other witnesses did, and others did witness his act as we hit the ground. It wasn't until 2 days in the hospital that I found his handprints on my arm. These lasted 2 weeks until I finally made it home to receive acute medical care. It was as if he stayed with me until I was safe again. I don't believe in a God and I don't believe in religion, but I can say that a perfect stranger died saving my life. Sergeant Major Albert is my personal savior and hero. I thank him every day for allowing me the opportunity to live and have a second chance of life. Thank you for that gift, Sergeant Major Albert. The Bells will accept this flag in honor of Sergeant Major Albert's family today, and as I said, we will present it to his family at another date. You can just give this to them. Every time I get ready to do one of these presentations, I try to take a time to learn about the individual that we're honoring. There was a lot of information about Andre and a lot of things to learn, and I want to share a few things with you today as well. And you never let me settle for less. I'm glad you accept my dream, and I'm happy to finally say I made my mother proud. Andre Craig was just 2 weeks away from his 24th birthday when he left his mother's house in New Haven for the last time in June of 2007. On leave from duty in Baghdad, he had come home in May to see his family and to meet his daughter, Taylor, for the first time. On July 25th, 2007, the day Andre Craig died, was 1 week after his 24th birthday. It was also the day that Valencia Cook's baby shower. The day, 3 hours before the shower, her water broke. He called me at my house, she said, and I said my water broke, and he said, I told you we were going to have the baby around my birthday. And then the next day, the family got the call. And Valencia was in labor when he passed away. In honor of Andre, she named her baby Andre. These are the things that the families do to remember their loved one, to honor that sacrifice. I would like to ask Eric Brown to come forward. And could you bring Taylor with you?